Talks are about to get underway with NATO leaders in Madrid. How significant are those talks? Do we expect any breakthroughs to come from that?
Look, it's hugely significant because this is probably the most important NATO summit in decades. Here you have a situation where there's war in Europe. NATO's eastern frontier is threatened by a very aggressive and predatory Russia. You have Sweden and Finland looking to join the NATO alliance. I think what you're going to see is NATO updating its strategic concept to look more like returning to the Cold War days of deploying large forces along its front lines, because it recognises that that threat from Russia is not going to go away even after the Ukraine war. It's just going to get worse. So we are back into a full-on Cold War style confrontation in Europe, and this NATO summit really is going to essentially allow the alliance to prepare for that confrontation.
Our Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is there for those talks. What role has Australia played so far in this conflict in terms of the support we're offering in Ukraine, and has it just been a policy of continuity in terms of the change of government from the coalition to Labor on that front?
Look, I think that Australia has played an important role in providing military assistance. We've sent the Bushmasters, we've sent towed artillery. Obviously, if there'll be other opportunities to send additional types of military hardware. And I think Prime Minister Albanese attending the NATO summit demonstrates, firstly, that Australia sees the relationship between itself and NATO under an associate member status as really being important. Second point I would make is that NATO increasingly has interest in the Indo-Pacific region. It recognises the challenge posed by a rising China. And so Australia can be a leading partner for NATO in enabling and supporting NATO's interest in the Indo-Pacific. So it's really good that Prime Minister Albanese is actually attending this summit, because I think it's one of the most important summits NATO has ever had.